If you're like me, you probably have a large DVD or Blu-ray collection, which means you probably also have a player that's either stopped working or giving you more trouble than it's worth. Of course, you could try cleaning them. Loaded. That's cool. Or you could get yourself one of these. This is the Laser DVD Blu-ray player, and this is what it looks like in comparison in size. As you can see, somewhat smaller, but it works. It plays any DVD or Blu-ray, plays any sort of disc at all, even discs that you may have accidentally copied at some stage of your life.
You're in my way, boy.
And of course CDs. Now, I've actually had this for quite a while, but I wanted to make sure I gave you an accurate report. Most people these days tend to stream everything, but the downside is, if you happen to lose power, or the internet goes out, or you live somewhere where the signal is so bad you really don't have internet, then a great fallback that even I use every week is a DVD or Blu-ray disc. And the bonus is you can also play music on it. It plays every type of disc I've ever put in there. It's region free, no issue at all, starts straight away within seconds, unlike some of the other ones. So this little creature here is very small, but that may suit you if you have a small room or even a caravan or camper running on an inverter. Fits neatly into a slot, whereas these big things, they don't. This one here I think cost me about $500 years ago. One underneath was probably similar. So why did I buy this? Well, the others started to mess up big time. Like you put a Blu-ray especially, and it would take ages to load, and it'd be frustrating. You'd wait at least a minute, and then eventually they just stopped working. In fact, LG stopped making the last DVD player in December 2024. Panasonic is still shipping the old ones, but they're several years old. And Sony actually shipped their very final DVD Blu-ray player in February 2026. So you can see on the back of this Laser brand player, they may even come in different brands, I don't know. You only have an HDMI output versus, well, you don't need it. This is the old Sony. It only had component and RCA out. They more or less went out in the days of VCRs. So you have an HDMI, you have a LAN cable, you have an optical out. Again, you probably don't use that because you're running it through a entertainment system or something. And as for the old Samsung, it only had RCA out. So there's really only two things that I would criticise about this unit. The first one being the remote control is very tiny, and I don't know, in my mind I would have put the big buttons as the main ones, like play, stop, whatever, you'll get over it. The other thing is occasionally you put a disc on and you might want to pause it. Only in the first minute or so you notice this. Sometimes it comes off pause. Other than that, you don't need a big fancy remote. Everything's there. It does everything you need, just like the big ones. Now, I found this online. It was around about 120 Australian dollars. Depending on which country you're in, you're bound to find them either in store or online somewhere for roughly the same price. And I swear by it, it plays everything. And the reason it doesn't need to be so huge is technology's come along. Microprocessors have become smaller to do a lot more. And okay, it doesn't have a digital display like the others do, but do you really need that? Even the magpie agrees. So this one works like a treat. Yeah, I do recommend them. So, out with the old and in with the new. The magpie. Someone wants to be in the video. Why have you come along at the end of my video? I guess because you can.